Well, hello and welcome back, everybody, to another Tuesday live show. How you guys are doing? This is a channel that we travel all over the world and we just talk everything travel here. So, welcome in and happy Tuesday to you all. Thank you so much for everybody joining today's live stream. Miss Katie, thank you so much for being here with us today. And everybody on the chat that is looking at the live stream that don't comment, thank you so much for being here with us. If you can just hit that like button around, along the show, I will gladly appreciate it. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about specialty dining. And is it really worth the extra cost, guys? I know that a lot of us like to try different things. So we're going to be talking about that today. But in the meantime, while we let a couple of people come in, we're just going to talk about other stuff and then we get into the program. So hopefully you guys are having an amazing Tuesday. It's just like second day of the week. It's been great. It's nice to be back home after traveling last week. Getting ready for World America here in about 18 more days. We're going to be going to World America. That's going to be an Expedia Anchor conference. And I'm going to bring you guys all along into the world of a travel advisor with Expedia Cruises. And I'm going to showcase, the things that we do. And hopefully you guys will enjoy those vlogs. And the reason why we're going to do something different is because I already been on World America. There's, if you have not seen my ship tour, is out there. Cabin tours are all out there, and everything that we did on that day is all out there for you guys to see. And this time around, since we're going as an Expedia conference, I just wanted to do something a little bit different, to show you what I do to learn to bring this information out to you guys. And I'm looking forward to possibly having some people on the vlog so they can say hello to you guys, where they're from and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be traveling with my husband, Martin, and it's going to be a lot of fun traveling with him. It'll be his first time going with me on this Expedia conference. I'm really looking forward to it. He's never been to one. It's very like I'm not going to say stressful, but you're like super busy taking a lot of classes, different seminars. Even though that we have 4 ports of calls, I'm only going to be allowed to get off of the ship on 2 of them. I won't be able to get off in Costa Maya or Roatan unless my class ends and I still have maybe a little bit of time to get off on those ports. But I don't think I'm going to be able to because we have a lot of different classes during the day. Welcome in, Miss Donnell and Jen, all the way from Pennsylvania. Hello, Martin. That is my husband. He's at his job, but he's always here with us. So thank you so much, guys, for coming in. So I just wanted to bring something completely different, a little bit of the world of a travel advisor. And that way you guys get to see, we have a lot of good times and things like that. There's going to be cocktail parties and different things and seminars that I'm going to bring you along so that you guys can see, how much work we do when we go to these seminars. And it's really good. I get to see other peers from all over the United States and Canada, friends of mine that I have not seen, that we don't see each other on a daily basis. Also, on this type of trip, you also have Princess, Royal Caribbean, Holland America, MSC Cruises, Carnival, Celebrity Cruises. Every cruise line you can possibly think will be there with us on the conference. And it's a really amazing time to network and kind of like enjoy that cruise life, if you can say. You will miss nothing on those ports. I already been to the ports, so I'm not too worried. It's like I told Martine Donnell, I said, you can get off the port and do whatever you want to do, but I got to work and I got to actually go to these seminars. I'm looking through, today I got an email of some other extra classes that I can take. So I'm looking to see which one is going to benefit me to bring more information out to you guys. So I'm going to look through those and see maybe where I can polish a little bit more or learn something new. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the trip. I love it. I love the conference every year. It brings a lot of people closer together. We get to talk to so many amazing people, get to network, and get to actually, meet other people and in the industry as well. So if you ever are thinking of becoming a travel advisor, I always tell everybody go ahead and try it. Um, this is not for everybody, but if you have to have the passion, you have to have the love, the customer service has to be there, the attentiveness to your clients has to be there. You know, you got to keep in mind that when you're booking these cruises, well, at least for my business, I try to keep my hours super extended for my clients, even on the Saturdays and Sundays. Not everybody does that. Some people work from Monday through Friday, like an 8 to 5. But I like to keep it extended and open to my clients, because if something were to happen, a change, something happened, and I want my clients to be able to reach back out to me if they're in, whether a flight got delayed or they got to change something or whatever the case may be. They're entrusting you with this, with their vacations. I feel that you need to be there for that customer regardless. There's always time for and it's not like if I don't do things. I go to Disney, I do a lot of stuff. You guys know I travel, but I'm always open mind, and I'm always on, my phone is always on me, because I want to make sure that I'm taking care of you guys out there. So with that all being said, thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm seeing a lot of people coming in onto the live stream. And today we're going to be talking about specialty dining. A lot of people don't talk about specialty dinings, specifically with all these new ships coming in, and all these new dining, I guess, dining places that you can go, especially if you are an Icon Star of the Seas and the new brand new Legend of the Seas, where they have all these specialty dinings and new venues that you can check out. Some dinings go from $40 all the way to $200 per person. So keep that in mind when you're putting in. Also keep in mind, if you have any allergies, check out the menu. What do they provide for you? It's like me. There's a lot of places that I wish I can try, but because of their limited menus that they have, I try not to go there, because there's a lot of stuff that I can't personally eat because I have a shellfish allergy. And I always got to be, on the midst of checking that out. You just did unlimited. Donnell just did unlimited dining and wonder. So Donnell, whenever you get a chance, let us know how did that work out for you? Did you like it? Was it worth the price of you doing unlimited? I do have a lot of customers that do the unlimited, and they like to do the lunch and the dinners, and they could get to try out all the different specialty dining venues. I will say that depending on the ship that you're going to, always research the specialty dining, research their menu, and all of that. They sometimes, if you want to try to save a little bit of money, you can maybe go on their lunchtime instead of the dinner time, and vice versa. It just depends who you're traveling and how many people are coming along with you. And if you're bringing kids, do you want to bring your kids to a specialty dining? Is this something that's just going to be just you and your girlfriends, or you and your husband kind of thing? Or maybe you're wanting to celebrate something on specialty dining. So we're going to hit a couple of points that I looked out for you guys. I did some research on this specialty dining, and whether cruise specialty dining is worth it. It depends largely on the budget and what your value in a dining experience. While the high quality complimentary food is already included in your cruise fare, many passengers choose specialty dining for more intimate and high-end experiences. Now, I will say that even though I love Celebrity is one of my top ships that I love to travel on. One thing that I wish Celebrity will change on their Edge class ships is where these specialty dinings are located. And you might ask yourself, well, why you say that? It's because they're in the middle of the atrium. And especially, these specialty dinings are open. So when the atrium is having their martini bar thing or music or whatever, you're actually hearing all of that inside of the specialty dining. It's not like if it's a close, like if you go on Royal Caribbean and you have the actual restaurant for chops, or or let's say, oh my God, I'm thinking Wonderland or anything like that, they have a specific restaurant. You get to go in there. You don't get to hear anything that's happening out of the ship unless you're going on Star of the Seas, that Giovanni's is on the middle of the, like across from the Pearl and kind of things like that. Just keep in mind, if you want something more intimate, more quiet, look at the ship, look what the ship has to offer, and then you take your part as to what specialty dining you really want to try. But on celebrity cruises, if you're doing the edge class ships, then those specialty dinings are all open out there. Just keep that in mind. When you're in Royal, they're more intimate, more enclosed, except for Icon, Star, and Legend, where they have some of their specialty dinings out in the open and people are actually passing by your, you could be sitting down with at the bar at Giovanni's and having a dinner or a cocktail, and people are actually passing back and forth. So keep that in mind when you're booking the specialty dinings. That's why it's a good thing for you to know ahead of time when booking these things. Miss Katie says, I booked Royal Railway on Utopia for June cruise for a different experience and celebrate my birthday. To be honest, Katie, you're going to have a fantastic time. I've actually been on the Utopia Railway, and I had a really good experience. The food is really good. It's very interactive. So that's a good thing that you brought that up. It's very interactive. The courses come depending on the interactive sessions that they're in. But just keep in mind, Miss Katie, that when you're eating, keep in mind that when the scene is changing, the courses get off the table and the new one comes in, so that at least you get to enjoy your food. Because sometimes that has happened to a lot of people where they get more in, they're enjoying the show and they're not eating as fast, and then the course changes and then that plate is gone. So keep that in mind. Welcome in, Dave. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for being here. So my next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, why is it often worth it? Superior food quality. Many cruisers find the food specialty restaurants to be significant step up from the main dining room, or what we call the MDR. Often prepare at a la minute cook order. An intimate atmosphere might be one of those things. Specialty dining venues are smaller, quieter, offering the escape of the chaos and crowded natures of the MDR or the buffet. Maybe you're looking for something more personalized, with fewer tables per server. You often receive more attentive and personalized care. Or maybe it could be a unique experience. Some venues offer dinner and a show, like the Utopia Railway experience. Maybe you like the hibachi, the izumi on the Royal Caribbean, or the whimsical things like Wonderland. Maybe you're looking for something comparative value, like while there is an extra fee, you may find the cost often between $25 and $60 per person to be a bargain compared to a similar high-end steakhouse or a specialty restaurant inland. So it just depends, because sometimes when you're looking at these specialty dinings, guys, you're looking at the price and you say, oh, $48. Like, if I were to go to Ruth Chris here, I might be spending $200-300 on a meal with my husband. $48 sounds like a really good price to go out and have a different type of dinner. And if you think about it, it is really a really good deal and a really good price. But keep in mind that when you bundle it, like with different types of specialty dining, like if you could do 2 specialty or 3, or maybe you can get one for the whole entire trip like Donnell did, that might be a better deal for you. And then not only you get to try all of the specialty dinings at that point in time, you get, and you get a different day where you can try it all in one. So keep in mind, depending on who you're traveling with and what is it that you're trying to taste, that might be the best thing for you. So some people, might think, you know what? I already paid for the whole cruise. Like, why do I got to pay for a specialty dining? And you might just decide, you might want to skip it. Paying twice, like you're paying for an additional fee for food when your cruise fare is already covered, the unlimited meals in the MDR and the buffet. You got some people like, why do I want to do that? It already covers my food and my buffet, so I don't really need to pay. So that might be the situation with you, and that might be the situation with everybody else. Now, when we're going to talk about the MDR quality, many passengers find included dining options to be perfectly satisfying and delicious, making an extra expense unnecessary. I will say that depending on the cruise ship you're going, and the main dining room is a hit and miss depending on the cruise ship you are going. I've never had an issue on a Royal cruise or on a Celebrity cruise, even on an MSC cruise. I have had MDR issues on Carnival, and I have had MDR issues on oh my God, this other one. It was in Holland because Holland was good. New Region. I'm sorry. I had some MDR issues on New Region. So just keep in mind that it could be maybe an off day at the MDR. Try it again, maybe at another time while you're on the cruise to see if it was hit and miss. And some things, it's not like if it's a big deal, guys, but sometimes either the food wasn't hot enough or it didn't taste right enough. And these things happen all the time. So it could be an off time. It could be that you had a my time dining and you came towards the end of everything, and now everything is a little bit, shifted in, because you got to think, these people are not cooking for just a couple of people. People are cooking for thousands of people on the same ship. So keep that in mind, when trying out the MDR and the quality of the MDR. You also have the excessive portions. Some dinners feel specialty meals provided too much food, leading to some discomfort or waste. Some people, but I also seen, I don't know about you guys, when you have gone on these cruises where you've seen some people that says, you know what, and Carnival will charge you for a third entree, but some cruise lines won't. And you got people that want to try all sorts of different things and just to try it, and then it just goes to waste. So that's what they're talking about, the excessive portions that you can actually put in your plate and things like that. So, it's kind of like you have to balance that out on your own. Now, some information that I would like to provide to you all when it comes to specialty dining, a couple of tips, or maybe you could say a better value is book by packages. Purchasing like a 3-night or an unlimited package through the cruise line. Like I know MSC has the multiple unlimited dining package. They have 2, 3, and unlimited. Same like Royal Caribbean, and I believe Celebrity has it too. You can do those online on the app before you sail, and you can save up to 30 to 45% compared to onboard prices when you get to go on board. Try the specialty lunches. Specialty lunch like in the restaurants are often significantly cheaper than the dinner, is if that's what you're kind of like, wanting to bring down the cost a little bit. And to be honest, like the lunch and the dinner is not much of a difference in change of the food. They just take a couple of items versus the dinner version of it. That's pretty much it. Book online before the cruise, always cheaper. That is correct, Donnell. Always book online and try not to book 20. I would say if you're going to book something last minute, try to do it at least 72 hours before your cruise leaves. Don't book it 24 hours or 48 hours. And it's not that it won't go through, is that sometimes the system glitch and then it doesn't get to the boat on time, to the ship on time, to be able to process all of that for you. And sometimes you might be able to, encounter some issues if you book it like so close to the sail date. So make sure that you're always checking for prices. Like let's say if you book today, but you're not leaving until September, and you book, let's say Chops Grill at, let's say at $55, and come Memorial Day weekend, they're doing a sale for $48, then you can go in there, go into your orders, delete it or cancel that order. You'll get your refund back, and then you reprocess it for the same time at a cheaper rate, and then you pay it again, and you'll get your money back anywhere between 7 to 10 days and sometimes sooner. So that is a tip for you guys. If you guys did not know that you can do that, yes, you can. You can do it with excursions. You can do it with drink packages, with anything that you purchase online. If you're looking into seeing what specials are they have, and you figure that the special that you have is a really good one and you purchase it today, but then come Memorial Weekend or even 4th of July or Labor Day weekend down the road, they have a better deal. You can just go into your orders, you can cancel and then reprocess it. Just keep in mind, you have to pay it up front and then you'll get your refund back. So also, if you want to check out the perks, look for like packages like the Norwegian Free at Sea or the Princess Cruise Line, where they have the premier package, which often includes specialty dining. And that is a really good information for you guys, because I feel that in your region, depending if you're like platinum and above, you get extra specialty dining. So think about this. If you're getting the free at sea and you're getting, let's say, 2 specialty dinings and you're platinum and you get 2 more, so that's 4 specialty dinings right there alone that you're going to take, and when you look at the package for NCL, what you're paying up front is the actual gratuities of the specialty dinings. And I believe it's like $30 a person. I could be wrong, but I think it's about $30 a person for 2 specialty dinings. Think about it. Where would you go for $30 that you can eat twice out there at sea with $30 of onboard credit? I'm not sorry, not onboard credit, gratuities that you pay, because that's all you pay, because they're not really charging you for the specialty dining. So those are the little things that when you're trying to figure out what is the best deal, look at all the different cruise lines and see which one is the one that is offering a really good package for you. I do know, I do have a lot of NCO customers, and they love their free at sea because they have the unlimited dining package, unlimited drink package, 2 specialty dinings, and sometimes 3 depending. And they have Wi-Fi and a $50 onboard shore excursion credit for each port for the first passenger 1 only. So, and then you got Princess with their the Princess Plus and the Premier Plus. And then you have Celebrity that offers you the drink package and the Wi-Fi. And, so it depends like where you're going. Royal doesn't have like any bundles like that. MSC does have the drink package and the Wi-Fi bundle. So if you're interested, like in looking for a cruise that has some sort of a benefit or a bundle, I will always say bundle as much as you can, because it's cheaper at the front end than you purchasing it all separately, if you will. So those are the different things of specialty dining. Just keep in mind, look at the different cruise lines, look at the cruise you're going, where these specialty dinings are located. Are they more private? Are you okay if it's in an open area? How are you going to feel if you hear the music of the atrium while you're having your nice steak, or maybe you're doing, La Petite, which is an interactive show, and it's a dinner show, but it's interactive. So keep in mind all of those different things when you're shopping around for your specialty dinings. Look for the best prices out there. Look for the specials. If you got to reorder it, then cancel and rebook it, because you'll save a little bit of money. Any little savings nowadays is always good on behalf. Make sure that if you're working with your travel advisor, whichever travel advisor you work, that see if they can provide you some sort of onboard credit. Thank you for coming in, the Queen of Disney. Welcome in, my love. Thank you for being here. But, if you're working with a travel advisor, see if that travel advisor can provide you some sort of onboard credit to at least offset a little bit of the cost. Also, double check the specials that, us here in Expedia, we were running a special beginning of this month that went from the 4th to the 13th, and we were doing up to $200 of onboard credit and a specialty dining, depending on the type of cabin that you were getting. So if you got like interior to balcony, it was $100 onboard credit and 1 specialty dining for 2 people. And it was a suite or above, it was $200 onboard credit and 1 specialty dinings for 2 people. So always keep in mind, try to find, where can you maximize or get some sort of onboard credit, because even if you get $50 and it's a party of two, then you just have to pay for one person and you kind of save a little bit on that specialty dining. So when you're researching and trying to figure out, make sure that you're getting the most value for your dollar, as you're finding the deals and things like that. And trust and believe, there's a lot of great deals out there. They're like, right now I did a group on the MSC Seaside, and cabins with like a balcony cabin with drink package. Mind you, this was like a 3-day cruise, but cabins with a drink package and Wi-Fi on a balcony cabin for two people. We're going on, like, I think was like 1,100, I think it was, which is not bad if you think about it. And it has the cruise, the port taxes, the fees, the drink package, and the Wi-Fi included. So, you bundle those things up, you save up a little bit. So now that I'm talking about MSC, I'm going to show you guys this commercial, and I hope to see you guys there. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. We've got an exciting group cruise announcement for you. This time around, it's going to be a very special occasion, as we have managed to get an invite to the inaugural sailing of the one and only MSC World Atlantic. This time around, we'll be sailing out from Port Canaveral in Orlando, Florida on November 13th, 2027. From there, the ship will be docking at Nassau in the Bahamas on the 14th and MSC's private Ocean Cay Marine Reserve on the 15th. After that, there'll be a relaxing day at sea where you can be one of the first people to explore this lovely new ship. On the 17th, they'll be docking in Cozumel, Mexico, followed by Costa Maya in Mexico on the 18th. From there, a single day at sea will be taking you back to Orlando to conclude the inaugural sailing. Be sure to book your cabins quick, as inaugurals like this tend to sell out really fast. You can contact us at jagonzalez@expediacruises.com or call us directly at 813-608-2935. We hope to see you on board with us.
Well, there you guys have it. I hope to see you guys on board. Some of you guys already called and are booked, and I'm super excited to see you all there on the inaugural sailing. Miss Samara is saying Disney has no special, and they only have cheese. Let me tell you, I've been watching all the Disney adventures, and they have so many different specialty dinings on the Disney adventure. It is crazy. But for the prices, I am like, oh my God, like all these people are paying all of that amount of money for dining, like at Palo and different places that they have there. It is just crazy, the amount of money that goes onto specialty dining. I am one. I actually am going next month on World America, and I actually have 2 specialty dinings. Well, I got like a couple of invitations, so I already have some specialty dinings aligned. But for Martin and I, we bought the package that includes 2. And the package for 2, I pay $89 per person. And that includes 2 specialty dinings. And we're going to be dining at the Butcher's Cut and at the Greek restaurant. I forgot the name of it. I don't have it right in front of me. And I'm really looking forward to trying out those 2 specialty dinings. To me, specialty dining is a lot of fun. It's different. I love the Royal Caribbean Giovanni specialty dining. I love it. It is so good. But it's just the atmosphere. It makes you feel like you're in a restaurant, but out at sea, instead of the MDR that is filled, like when you go in, it's like hundreds of people on the MDR. So it makes it feel a little bit more intimate, a little bit. It's a different type of vibe depending on the cruise line. And it feels like you're going out with the person that you love, or maybe girlfriends, and just having a really good night out on the cruise, and you're just doing something different. So if you have never tried specialty dining, I do encourage you to at least try it once. You're probably going to like it. Maybe you're going to get hooked into eating in specialty dinings. But the MDR is also really good, specifically if you're in Celebrity Cruise Lines, where they have 4 different main dining rooms that on the Edge class that you can switch around on an evening, so you don't have to eat on the same place. Miss Danielle says here, the butcher's cut is the best steakhouse at sea. Yes, it is. I've actually heard, Danielle, I have personally never been. So this is going to be my first butcher's cut experience. Paxos. Thank you, Miss Danielle. Yes, I'll be trying the Greek restaurant Paxos, which is on deck 8, back of the ship. I am in an Uber. Ooh, am. Hopefully you get home safe in your Uber. Thank you so much for being here, love. I'm heading back from work and did and did shopping. Well, hopefully you get back home safe. And thank you so much for being here today with us. But yeah, guys, there's so many types of different types of specialty restaurant. The Paxos, when I went on World America, I really kind of like enjoy. It's on deck 8. It's on the back of the ship, but it makes you feel like you're walking into like this really cool restaurant, and it makes you feel like you're the immersiveness is like you feel like you're there. And when I went on Star of the Seas, they have hooked seafood, which is also, I think, is on where the Aquadome is, and it's really cool that venue. I don't know how many of you guys have been on Star and have been on Hooked Seafood. I can't eat there, but I actually went and I vlogged it, and I thought that restaurant was so pretty. It was in an area, you couldn't hear anything that's going on in the Aqua Theater. I don't know because I've never eaten there, so I don't know if when the Aqua show is going on, you can hear anything inside. I don't think so. But if you guys have been and the Aqua show has been going on, let us know in the comments. I would love to know that information. But there's so many great venues to eat, especially on Icon and on Star of the Seas. Those two ships and even Legends coming in November of this year, they have a lot of complimentary. Like, I truly feel that those 3 ships, you really don't need more specialty because they have so much complimentary on these ships for you to try. There is so much food, like the Aquadome, all of that except for the seafood area, for the seafood restaurant, that you have to pay for. Like everything in the Aquadome, guys, that's complimentary. Everything on Bayside, that's complimentary. And let me tell you, Bayside surprised me. I'm not sure how many of you guys have been on Star, but that burger that they have there was really good. And I love a Guy's Fieri burger, but that one was really good. I will remember that one. And I'm actually going back on this ship in June of this year, and I'm looking forward to trying another one out. But it's just when you have these ships and they have so much complimentary for food and you get to try so much, why pay for a specialty restaurant? That's my intake, because you have so much out there to taste. Now, if you are like celebrating something, then that's different, because now you're going for a celebration. And let me pull here some information because I wanted to let you guys know. Hold on a second. I wanted to let you guys know because I know that they have the Hollywood Land Supper Club that is coming in new on the Legends of the Seas. This specialty restaurant will run you approximately about $200 a person. It is a 14-course meal, if I'm not mistaken. You have a drink and a meal as they're going through the different music things that they do there. And this venue has done so good on the Icon and now on the Star that now in Legends is called the Hollywood Land Supper Club. I know that I think they have the Lincoln Supper Club and some in the Chicago, I think is one. In the other one, but let me tell you, it is amazing. I've known of some of my customers that have done it, and they say that it was the best experience they've ever had. They do say the price is a little steep, but you get what you're paying for. That's what they've told me. So they also have the on the Legends of the Seas. I don't know how many of you guys know this. But Legend is going to be the first cruise that's going to have the Royal Railway, and the theme dining, I think, is around like Asian experience. They also have the celebration table. They have the Playmaker Sports Bars and Arcade. They have the Chef's Table. They have the Hook Seafood, Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. They got Chops Grill. They got Izumi Hibachi. They got Izumi on the Park. They have Sugar Beach. They have Deserted. They have Starbucks. So I'm telling you guys, when you look at these ships and the amount of different types of eating places that you can possibly go to, I don't think it is possible that on a 7-day cruise that you're able to try it all. I don't think that's a possibility. You will have to wake up in the morning and then, just hit a couple per day and then, try them all. It's just crazy. But I tell you, other people say, that Icon Star and Legend is a little bit on the expense. Yes, it's a little bit on the expense, but it has more complimentary than Wonder, than Harmony, than any of the Oasis class ship, including Utopia of the Seas. Even though that if you've never been on Utopia of the Seas, Utopia is a very unique Oasis class compared to his other sister ships, which is Wonder, Harmony, Symphony, Allure, Oasis. She stands out a little bit different. And soon she's going to be doing 7-day cruises because they're going to switch her over to do 7. And she's no longer going to be doing a 3 and 4. And that switch is coming soon. So keep an eye on that. But why you guys might be saying, why is Utopia a little different? Well, it has the railway that nobody else has. It has the area on the pool area where there has a little food truck area that you can grab and go. So it has that area on there. It has an escape room on there. And it has like they changed Giovanni and they put it where Wonderland was at. So it's kind of like a lot of really cool different types of changes on this ship. And it's a little bit different than their other sister ships. So if you're looking to seeing something a little bit different, definitely Utopia of the Seas. They do a 3 and a 4-day sail from Port Canaveral. No different than the Wonder out of Miami. Wonder's doing the same thing, 3 and 4 days. And eventually they're going to switch her over. And she's going to be doing 7 days. And then they're going to have another ship doing the 3 and the 4. So keep that in mind. I'm looking forward to my trip on the brand new ship in November. So I'm looking forward to being on that first sailing and checking it out and bringing all that information out to you guys. I think it's going to be great. If you're looking for information, if there's questions that you have, my phone is here on the chat. You can always locate me at 813-608-2935. Like I said, I've been with Expedia for almost 6 years now. Let me see. Well, no, 5 years. I'm sorry, 5 years, 5.5, almost 6 with Expedia. I have done over 4,000 or plus cruise bookings and other types of travel. I am a full travel advisor. For those of you that don't know, I get that question asked all the time. Do you only do cruises? No, I am a full travel advisor. I do everything travel. And I look forward to continuing to learn and to bring you out more information out to you guys on a daily basis. What about Days In? What about Days In? Samara, what about Days In? What do you know about Days In? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to like bringing out new information out to you. If there is a topic you guys want to know about, send me an email or text me and I'll be more than likely to research it and bring it out to you guys. I try to do my live streams on Tuesday, to bring you something informative, something that you can learn. Maybe you have questions about it. I don't know. So I'm trying to do that on a regular Tuesday kind of thing. And, I'm glad that you just got home, Miss M. Hopefully you can, carry all your groceries and all of that stuff. But, I try to do different things for you guys. I will be bringing in some people like from Carnival and MSC, Royal Caribbean onto the show. So I'm working on getting some people to come in onto the show, and some of my business managers, so you guys get to see them. On this trip next month, I'm going to be seeing a whole lot of people. So I'm really hoping on having them on the vlog, at least even if it's to say hello and where they're from. So I'm looking forward to doing something cool like that for you guys. And I'm not going to promise a live stream because I have like a big agenda. But if I'm able to sneak in one, just keep the channel on the lookout for travel adventures. Also, guys, I know that a lot of people is having a hard time trying to find travel adventures, but if you do travel adventures with Tink, it'll pop up. Not sure why with the Tink, but it'll pop up. So, but the channel is actually called Travel Adventures, but it does say Travel Adventures with Tink. So if you are having a little bit of a problem trying to find us, then maybe you could find us that way. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to do a live stream. I don't promise that I will, but if I can, I will bring it out to you guys. And that way you guys get to share a little bit of my adventures while I'm on the ship. So I don't know if you guys have any questions about specialty dining, but that's like all that information that I have for specialty dining. That's all that I have. So now these next 15, 18 minutes that we have left, we just got to talk about anything cruising. So what's new? What's happening? You guys know what I found out? I found out the other day, and I never even knew this. And I actually researched it, and I'm going to give this information out because I was watching Tony from La Lita Loca the other day, and he was talking about the reasons why they allow a wine bottle to come on board. I never questioned and I never thought about it. I don't drink, so I didn't even think about this, but it was very informative to know. And I'm going to give him the credit because we got to give credit where credit is due. And I didn't even know that the reason why they allow you guys, and maybe some of you guys don't even know this, why the cruise lines allow you to bring either a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne on board on day one, only on embarkation day, because you cannot bring that on any other days when you're out shopping, is because it was meant to be that while you're sailing away, you get to open your bottle and toast as you're sailing away. And I actually looked at it and I researched it, and I was quite like taken aback because I was like, wow, I did not really know that. So there you guys have it. If you never knew that, then that is the real reason why the cruise lines allow you to bring on embarkation day a bottle of wine or one bottle of champagne. So maybe that's something that you want to try on your next cruise adventure. And you guys, maybe if you're at a balcony or with the loved one and you're celebrating something, maybe you can bring something like that and enjoy. I remember NCL said that they charge you a cork fee. All of them charge you a cork fee, which is $12 to $15, depending on the cruise line. They do charge a cork fee to open up your bottle on the cruise, but that was the information, and I thought it was really cool. I even told Martina about it. When I learn something new, I like to share it with everybody. And that's something new I learned. I never knew that was the reasoning why, but I wanted to share that with you guys and bring you guys some information as I find out information, because every day is a learning day for me. I learn from my customers. I learn from things from Expedia. I learn from Cope workers and different things. I learn something new every single day because, we don't know everything. But, I wanted to share that information with you guys because I've never heard of that. Only corkage fee is if you open it outside of the cabin. Well, there you guys have it. If you open it outside of the cabin, then you get stuck with that corkage fee. No fee to open it in the cabin. Make sure that if you're traveling, guys, and you're going to bring a wine bottle, make sure you bring something to open it with. Because if you take it out of your cabin and you go to the bars to have them open it, then you're going to get your corkage fee. I can get a free bottle now on Disney. Well, look at you. And what are you going to do with it? Are you going to pop it open and celebrate? So yeah, so I found that information. I thought it was really cool information to share with you guys. We do hear everything travel, just the new things that are coming down. Legends is, has the Hollywood Supper Club. That's something that it came in new. I haven't heard of any other changes. I know that tomorrow, I don't know how many of you guys are interested in River. But tomorrow we have, let me see, I don't want to give you false information. Hold on. Because I think tomorrow we're having kind of like we're having a webinar for River. They're having a special. It's called the exclusive offer for the Danube, Rhine, and Seine, and more. And it's called the Heart of River with Ama Waterways. It's gonna be on the 26th between 5 and 6 p.m. If you are part of if you're one of my clients, you probably got the invitation. And if you're interested in joining us on that meeting, then all you got to do is go in there and register, and boom, and then you just be part of the meeting, and you get to hear all the different offers that Ama Waterway Rivers has to offer. So that's something that is coming out there. We have the group cruise next year. If you're interested, let me know. I'll be more than happy to provide a cabin for you. Is the inaugural sailing, just in case if you guys didn't know that. I think it's just better to buy the wine there, maybe. I don't know. I know the wine bottles, I don't know how much they go for. I've never bought one, so I don't know how much they'll go for. If somebody that is here that has bought a wine bottle, maybe you can put it in the comments. I will just open it with my hand. Well, you could, if you have the right, if the cork, you can open the cork. But if you can't, you're going to have to probably bring one of those thingies to open your wine bottle. What else is going on in the cruise industry? I haven't heard anything new popping up. Our biggest sale was the beginning of the month. We're almost at the end of our wave season. We're almost at the end. We're not quite at the end yet, but we're almost there. Let me see what other sales or anything like that coming up. No, the only thing we have is the Heart of the River sale, which starts on March 25th and it ends on April 24th. Right now, the other specials that we have was at the beginning of the month, and there's the Princess 3-day sale. If you guys are love Princess, the Princess 3-day sale is coming up in June, and that's a really good sale. If you're into Princess, let me know, because there's going to be really good sales coming down. I haven't gotten the documentation yet on that one. I will be sharing it with you as soon as we get it, so that way you guys be the first to know for the Princess sale information. Right now, I don't have like any big sales going on other than the River Ama Waterway. Royal is charging for freestyle cups, even with packages of $4.99. Yup. Now you don't get that free cup. You're absolutely right, Donnell. You do not get that free cup that you used to get when you used to get your soda package. Now you got to purchase the cup, and you can't even bring the one from home either. So you're going to have to purchase the cup. I don't know if you have to purchase the cup in order to get the drinks, but I guess it'll be easier if you have the cups, because you can use them on the machines. If not, if you have the package, then you're going to have to go to the bars to pick up, whatever sodas or drinks or whatever it is that you need. You're going to have to make that line and pick it up. So just keep that in mind. You're absolutely right. That was one of the things that came out. Thank you, Donna, for reminding me. The soda package, now you have to purchase the cup. And if you're in Royal, I don't know how many people know this, you have the WOW bands in Royal Caribbean. I remember when the WOW bands came out back in 2017, because that was the year that it rolled out. I remember getting them for free. Royal Caribbean gave, I have 4 wow bands, but that was from back in 20. I don't know if they have the same technology as the ones for today. And I remember getting them for free because it was a trial that they were doing on Harmony of the Seas. And now I think those wow bands are maybe like $10, $15 a piece. But the good thing is that you can bring them on every Royal Caribbean ship, so you can reuse them as you go. And what it looks like, a little watch, and it's kind of like something like this, and you put it on, and you can open, you tap your door, and you can tap for paying and everything on your wow band. I think, to me, it was really good because you didn't have to worry about carrying a card all the time. So I think it was a great, good thing that they have them. But it's like Donnell said, it's a little bit of a money grab. It's like you got to pay for everything separate, and now they're charging for the cups too. Just keep in mind, with everything going on, probably, don't be surprised that you're going to be hit with a fuel surcharge here soon, because I already heard on the grapevines that they're coming. Fuel surcharge are coming, guys. And some of the cruise lines got their gratuities, that some of them went up on their gratuities as well. So when you look at it, the little minimal things, you look at 50 cents here, $1 there. But if you're going on a 7-day cruise, now you're paying $7 extra on gratuities, or $4.99 for an extra cup. And if you want to get a wow band, that's $10 and something. If you want to go to the escape room, you got to pay for the escape room. So everything is like, yeah, sometimes you get a really good deal, like on a Carnival or a casino rate or whatever it is. But no matter what, you're going to end up paying some sort of money extra on that ship. Unless you are like really good, that you say, you know what, I'm paying $1,000 for my cruise, and that's it. No excursions, no anything. And you're just going to flow that way, then you're good to go. But keep in mind that every little penny counts, and try to maximize your expense to the max, and keep checking for those price drops, because that's going to help you down the road. So keep in mind like that, because you never know, a little bit here and there, it always helps. It's like me. I booked the Legends of the Seas, guys, and I booked that cruise last year. I was in an inside cabin because that was the cheapest cabin I could find. And I actually checked like about a month and a half ago. I checked, and I actually moved myself from the inside to a balcony cabin, and I'm now paying $600 less. So it always pays to check your stuff all the time, double check, because you never know when the price will drop. And I noticed that there's still some cabins on that. I'm only doing a 4-day, and it's the first sailing in November. But there's still quite a bit of cabins left. I'm actually surprised, because it's the first sailing, but I guess people don't want to do the 4-day one. So it's one of those things that you got to keep in mind. If you want to save a little bit of money, just keep that in mind. Always check information and pricing. Sometimes if you're looking for a special or something like that, let us know, because we might be able to help you find it, and maybe add something extra to your cabin. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to call, and even if you have a question or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to receive your call and help you, and help you navigate through that. And if you have questions and that's all that you need me for, is to answer some of your questions, hey, give me a call. That's the reason why I'm here, to be able to provide you guys, as much information and help you out through your travel journey. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool things coming down for travel adventures. Right now, we are putting up our vlogs. We're almost at the end of our Margaritaville. I think the next vlog this week is going to be the tour. It's going to be the ship tour on Margaritaville. So check that out. And I think the next one after that is going to be the MSC Grandiosa. We went on a tour, and I did a vlog on that one. And right after that one, we're going to be going on World America. And then once we get back from that, in May, we're going to be on Utopia of the Seas. In June, we're going to be Star of the Seas. So our itinerary is packed and loaded. it's just a matter of, getting through it and kind of like enjoying ourselves. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be traveling with different um, family members. Next month, I'll be traveling with my husband, Martine. In May, we're going to be celebrating my daughter's bachelorette party. It's going to be in the Utopia of the Seas. So it's going to be a girls' trip. And then in June, I'm going to be traveling with my daughter. She now lives in North Carolina. She's going to be traveling with me for a whole week on Star of the Seas. So I'm truly looking forward to, and I might be going back on Star in October. I'm still trying to figure that one out. So might be going back on Star in October and then Legends in November. So I'm still going through the process and trying to add a couple more cruises in the books for this year, so that I'm trying to see if I could go on the MSC Seashore. I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I'm possibly going to be doing that one sometime this year, maybe do like a 3-day cruise on her. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, bringing out to you guys. So hopefully you guys are traveling. I know Miss Katie's traveling, Miss Donnell. I don't know if M is going to be traveling. I know Miss Samara's traveling sometime in December for her birthday. She always goes on a Disney cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. So, there's some of you guys that are going to be traveling soon. There's some of you guys that might be going on a brand new ship that you've never been. So hopefully maybe you guys get to share that information with us. I know that tomorrow, let me see. Tomorrow we have our Across the Wave show. And I believe tomorrow we are in the port. Let me see. Where are we tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to be in the port of Mykonos. It's going to be tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. I've never been there. It's a place that I want to actually go check it out. So tomorrow at 8 p.m., we're going to be here with Jeff D and with Keith, and we're going to be bringing you the port of Mykonos. And I'm looking forward to getting all that information out to you guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know yet what next week topic I'm going to talk about. I have to research to see what topic I want to talk about next week with you guys. But I'm sure that it's going to be a fun one. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a question and answer. I don't know. Maybe we do something like that really cool. I'm not traveling anytime soon. Oh, no, Miss M, you got to get on a ship. Maybe you want to come along with us on our group. Let me know. We would love to have you on our group. Maybe Samara will come in November and get on our group cruise as well. I would love to have you guys there. But guys, our hour is almost here. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so very much for hitting that like button, for subscribing, and for sharing with your friends and family. I love you guys all to the moon and back. And I'm super happy of having you guys here. I will see you guys again tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Across the Wave on the port of Mykonos. May God bless each and every one of you guys. And you guys know that I love you guys all to the moon and back. Toodaloo for now, guys. Toodles. Bye-bye. Hasta luego. Arrivederci. Adios.